Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So hopefully everybody had a good holiday break. I'm filming this on the 6th and this is my first day back to work since I got off work on December 20th. So yeah, it's Monday morning. I've got my Office Space mug here and I've got a case of the Mondays. For sure. But anyway, before I get started on work today, I wanted to come on and take a few minutes to do a what's sold video. But first I wanted to talk about a couple of issues that I've had. So I had recently started a Posh US account, which I got it all figured out, you know, got a bank account set up that I can get paid out, verified my identity and stuff like that. But due to the backlog with both at Stallion Express over the holidays and at USPS, unfortunately I had two orders that I had shipped out that auto canceled because they didn't update tracking after enough time. I don't know, 10 days or whatever it is. So I've been in contact with Posh support and explained to them, like, hey, you know, this is what's happening, you know, like, why didn't you guys extend that over the holidays? That's ridiculous. And you know, two of them have since updated tracking, so I've sent them that. I'm gonna get my money, I'm gonna get paid out, but it is just really annoying. And I've got a third one now that is also probably only going to start tracking like today or tomorrow, but is already like 7 or 8 days old. And so the unfortunate thing is, I think it's just going to be really tough for me to do Posh US if I'm sending these to Stallion Express and then having them handle them and using them as a cross-border shipper, because I mean, if they take 5 days to process it once they receive it, and it's taken me a couple of days to, you know, pack my orders and send them out, and then UPS a couple of days to get them there, I mean, the timeline really just doesn't even allow for enough time before things auto-cancel because the tracking hasn't updated. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I really am not sure what my options are. I think I'm going to have to either try a different Stallion Express depot. I use the one in Mississauga right now. Yeah, I mean, they were definitely backed up over the holidays, that's for sure. That's understandable. So I don't mind it so much when it's eBay orders, but obviously with Posh US just starting out, you know, my first two sales getting canceled due to non-shipment when obviously I did ship them. That's no good. So anyway, I don't know what the solution is yet, but it's something I'm going to be working on. Speaking of Poshmark Canada, though, so I use my phone for just about everything, okay? And it's the same app for Posh US and Posh Canada, or at least it's the same app, yes, but US accounts have different things in the menus and whatnot. But you can only be logged into one at a time on a phone, unless you have like some app that allows you to have multiple instances of apps, which I don't have installed on my phone. So typically what I do is I stay logged into the US account, because that's where, you know, I'd have to manually send out offers because I don't have automation for that. I'm using Sidekick tools like Posh Sidekick, but that's automating my Canadian account. So that's been hugely helpful while having these two accounts going, because I can actually have, you know, the Posh Canada, like the Sidekick tools, automating that, sending out offers to likers, doing all of that thing. I actually don't even need to log in and do anything there unless I like make a sale or I get an offer or something, which I'll get an email about, and then I can log in and figure it out. But for the day-to-day stuff, I don't even need to be logged in, and I can stay logged in to the US account on my phone. So that's been another really good, feature, or just benefit, I guess, of using Sidekick tools. And of course I do still have lots of inventory that I'm cross-listing over to the US account, so then I import it in from my Canadian closet, and I go in and I list some of that using the cross-listing feature on that app as well to, you know, boost up that US closet. Although, yeah, that's been tricky so far. But anyway, just wanted to touch on those couple of things. Now let's talk about some items that sold. So I had a pretty good week. I'm going to talk about the items that sold between December 29th and January 4th. And I think I'm gonna skip the first few items because I know some of these items I did talk about in my last video. I don't remember exactly where I cut off, but I remember I talked about the the Vuori jumpsuit, athletic jumpsuit. I know I talked about that one. So I'm just going to start off like a few down below that. Overall, though, for the week, for December 29th to January 4th, did 650 in sales, 355 in profit, so that's a 54.8% margin, and sold 29 items. So yeah, back to 4 items a week, which is great. All right, let's get into it. I'll start off with this Nintendo console for parts and repair. This one powers on, but it only comes to a green screen. I cannot get a game to work, a game that I know works in another console. I've tried multiple games actually. So this came as part of that $150 buy where I got 4 consoles and a ton of games. And I will just say that, I'll be talking about some more of those items probably in this video, but let's just say I've already got all my money back plus $65 profit, and I still have hundreds of dollars worth of stuff listed. So that ended up being a good buy. It was a big risk not knowing if anything worked, but that one worked out. In any case, I have broken down the cost of goods on each item kind of based upon the listing value overall. So I assigned a $10 buy cost to this NES. It sold for $39.99 plus shipping. And after fees, I made $25.95 on that one. So now we got Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt for NES, again from the same buy. I assigned a $1 buy cost to that. It sold for $6 and plus shipping, so I made $3.85. Sold an Xbox 360 controller. I would have paid $5.16 after taxes for this. It sold for $19.99 plus shipping, so I made $11.65 in profit. This Cabbage Patch doll, this red-haired girl, I see that my sheet here says red air. I'll put an H on that, so it's red hair. So I picked this up at a Salvation Army for $5 back quite a while ago now, and I had it listed a little bit higher. Eventually I just took an offer of $18, and excuse me, I only charged $9.99 shipping on that. It was going to a rural area. It ended up costing a bit more for shipping, like $15. So overall, after fees and stuff, I only made $2.50 on that. Whatever, I moved it. I'm happy with that. Sold another pair of these Brooks Glycerin 19 women's running shoes. I had picked up 3 pairs of these at one point. Just sold one a few days prior to this one. Paid $6.84. Again, just moving old stuff. So someone sent me an offer of $15. I took it. I made $3.29. I'm happy with that. And again, another lower profit bundle here, but a couple of Torrid pieces going out on Posh Canada. So there's this like green and red floral dress, and a blue and pink floral tank. So I figured, well, I've had that tank top for a long time, and it hasn't done much. So if I basically kind of give that away to sell the dress, I'll do that. So overall, between the two of them, I did only make about $10 in profit, but that's all right. So Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for NES, this was in that buy as well. I assigned a $15 buy cost to this and sold it for $59.99 plus shipping, so I made $36.23 on that. These Eileen Fisher gray jeans, paid $7.88 for these. They sold on Poshmark Canada for $26. There was a discounted shipping in there because this sold on a offer to liker. Oh, excuse me. Case of the Mondays indeed. But I still made $10.09 in profit on that. This Marmot black fleece pullover, honestly, I've had this for a very long time and I can't remember what I paid for it, but I'm just assuming that I paid the going rate for sweaters at my local thrift store back at the time when I would have picked this up. If that's the case, I paid $6.90, so $6 plus tax. Yeah, we pay 15% here in Nova Scotia. Honestly, I just had this severely discounted because I've had it for so long, so I took an offer of $5 on that, and plus shipping. So I made like $1.60 on the shipping, after fees and stuff, I would have lost, assuming that buy cost is right, I would have lost $2.90, but I'm so happy to have that gone. This is Rock Band Track Pack Volume 1 for PS2. I paid $3.74. It sold for $11 on eBay plus shipping, and so it's just a $4 profit. This new without tags LL Bean beige chore jacket, like this field jacket type thing with the, you know, the flannel inside. These sell really well for me. Sometimes they go for bigger money. Sometimes, you know, I take an offer of a little bit less. I would have paid $8.34 for this. It sold for $35 plus shipping. At the end of it, with fees, I made $17.35. And now I don't have a pick for these, but I sold 3 NES games just out of my own personal collection, actually. Oh no, actually, these were part of that pickup. So there was Faxanadu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one, and Tetris. So I had assigned a total buy cost for those 3 games of $8, and I sold the bundle for $40 on Facebook Marketplace. And so the girl had actually messaged me. She's like, hey, you know, is there any chance you can deliver these? Because I had put in my ad that, you know, I'll deliver within a certain range on a minimum order kind of deal. And it was funny that the place and time that she wanted me to go and deliver was literally next door to where I was going anyway that morning. So that worked out really well. All right, sold this New Tags New England Patriots hat. I would have paid $3.74 for this. The buyer paid $11.54 plus shipping. I'm able to send it out a little bit cheaper, actually, using Stallion Express. So made a $7.92 profit on that. These J. Jill black or pink and black plaid pants paid $7.88, and they sold for $25 on Poshmark Canada. So I made $12.12. The Eileen Fisher red textured blazer. So I had this listed quite a bit higher, but you know, I've been trying to make some sales happen. So I paid $8.34 for it, and I took an offer on eBay of $30 plus shipping, and I did earn a couple dollars on the shipping as well. So I made $17.54 in profit. This lot of 5 NES games, so these are the ones that came from my own personal collection. These were just like cheap games. You know, it was a baseball game in there, a golf game. I mean, it was still a good deal for them. I had these listed for $29.99, so about $6 a piece. And I took an offer of $23 plus shipping. Yeah, I mean, it's all profit, and it's 19 something in profit for games that I just had kicking around here that I didn't want in my own collection. So, works out. This new tags Calvin, I've got Calvin Klein. All right, Calvin Klein, teal top. So this was a $5.46 buy cost for me. I sold it for $25 plus shipping. Sent it out just a little bit cheaper than the $9.99 the buyer paid, so I'll make $17.85 in profit on that. And now WrestleMania for the NES, this was also part of that buy, so I just assigned a $1 buy cost to that. Sold for $5.50 plus shipping, cheap game. So $2.12 profit on that one. And then the last item on this week's sales was this Urban Outfitters BDG overalls with this very it looked like it was all stained, like it was mechanics overalls or something like that, but that's how it was made, like that was the pattern on it. You know, it was almost like a grease monkey tie-dye, if you will. So I would have paid $7.88 for these. I've had them for a long time, but they sold for $26 on Posh Canada with some discounted shipping on there. So I did make $10 in profit. I mean, it was, you know, it was one of those things. I picked it up, took a risk on it. I had it for a long time, but I still made some money. So yeah, in any case, $650 in sales for $355 in profit. That's a pretty decent week considering how slow Q4 was. It seems like things are really picking up on eBay at least. You know, like I think maybe some of the warnings have gone away. Like, you know, that shipping in Canada is not as big of a deal right now. So people are buying. People got some Christmas cash, I guess. And in my next video, I'll talk about another bigger item that sold out of that video game lot. So that's why I'm at the I'm into the profits already for sure. But anyway, that's it. Just wanted to pop on there and talk about, yeah, those troubles with Posh US, some benefits of Sidekick tools again, and then what sold in that last week. So hope you guys are having a good day, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.